it's already here. Like, it's already written. Doesn't that just blow your mind? Like, it's here already. What if the solution to everything you're facing is already out there waiting for you to claim it? Hi friend, I'm Alex, and on YouTube there are a lot of videos about manifesting and attracting desires into your life, but it's really hard to find just a good explanation of how this actually works. That's my aim with this video, is to make this so clear and so simple that by the end of this video, you'll totally understand. It'll all click with you and you'll be aligned with all of your desires instantly. Bob Proctor said, "We are only limited by weakness of attention and poverty of the imagination." Poverty of the imagination. This is all to do with thoughts, okay? So the life that you want, it doesn't happen by accident. We are constantly manifesting it by how we're aligned in our thoughts. Okay, I know you've heard that before. So what does this actually mean? How do we align with it with our thoughts? Is this voodoo? Well, the idea is that everything is already here and it already exists. Everything is here. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. That's like a law of the universe. Everything is already here and it exists. And so there's another law that I'll tell you about to tie this in. And so this is the primary law, the law of vibration. Everything is moving. Everything is constantly in vibration. Nothing is at a standstill. This is at like an atomic level, right? Everything you want is on its own moving frequency. So you need to align on that frequency with your thought in order to get it. Okay, here's an example. Your phone has its own frequency. If I hit send, I'll call you. Just like that, you get it because your phone is on that frequency. I align on that frequency. I called you, you get it. Well, you can also transfer pictures from your mind. You can transfer thoughts from your mind. And this is actually much more powerful because thoughts are the most potent form of energy penetrating time and space. Your thought waves are actually the one thing that penetrate into the quantum field. Okay, we're going to talk about the quantum field a little bit. You've probably heard about that before. I'm going to actually explain a little deeper how this actually works and what that means. The quantum field is where every possible desire you have exists already. And there are countless books about this. There are countless books about the quantum field and pulling from the fourth dimension into the third dimension. And here's one thing the most successful people in the world all agree on. They don't, successful people, different leaders, they don't agree on much, but they all agree on one thing, friend. And this one thing is that you become what you think about. You see, when we think of what we don't want, we magnetize that to us. And so here's the thing about the quantum field. It sounds like it's this thing far away that we have to reach towards and then pull things out of. No, the fourth dimension is here now. It's all around you. You can grasp at it. We are in the third dimension, the physical. And so here's my understanding of how this works. Everything you want is already here. It's all around you. Nothing is created or destroyed. Every possible outcome, every solution, every desire is already in existence. Just like that phone frequency, you just have to align with that to get yourself on that frequency. And when you align with it, you can have it. So look around you at what you have now. Look around you at the life you have now. You're attracting what you're in harmony with. The reason you may have things that you do want around you are because you're aligned with the solution there. The positive, the solution, the manifestation, the creation. And when you look around you at things you don't want, it's because you're focused on the problem. So here's the mindset you need to take to make this all click. Like, this is what's going to make this click. Different than other explanations of manifesting, right? You need to understand that there are no problems, only solutions. You need to see it that way. And so I know that's easy to say. So here's another way to reframe it that actually will make this make sense. You have to always ask the question, what desire is this problem calling me into? As humans, our minds are wired towards the negative, just by default. And when you break out of that, you can always see that there's always an opposite an opposite response to any problem you're thinking of, and that's the desire. So if there's a problem that comes up in your life, what is it that problem is triggering you to desire? Reframe every problem to find the desire. And this will keep you on the desire frequency and not the problem frequency. And they feel so close, so similar to say, okay, I really don't want this thing. I don't want this thing. But then also to say, well, what's the opposite of that? What does this thing, not wanting this, what does it make me actually want? And then we have to swing our way towards that want, because that little tweak right there makes all the difference. If you have any desire, it's because the source within you, this is actually so key. So like write this down if you need to. If you have any desire, friend, it's because the source within you has already created it for you and is trying to tell you that it's here and that you can have it. That's why you have a desire. Is because the source within you is telling you it's here and you can have it. That's a constant. A constant. That's why you desire things. Realize that, friend. That's why you desire things. It's because you can have it. It's because it is here. It's because you just need to get on that frequency with your thought. And just like a phone frequency, like, think about it. It's not rocket science. Everything has its own frequency. When you dial a phone number to a friend, we're not hooked up with wires. Like it travels. It's frequency. Everything has frequency, and your thoughts have frequency. And they penetrate into that quantum realm where everything exists. So hopefully you're kind of getting an idea of how this works. Nothing's created. Nothing's destroyed. It was always here. And if you can align with it, you can have it. And I want to give you a couple examples here to like pull this into reality. Let's say I work in the music industry. I'm a music producer. I've been doing that as my main gig for almost 6 years now, and I've been in music much longer than that. But here's the idea when you're creating music. The song that could change an artist's life for them to write that song. You know, it's like you need the one song, just that one hit song. That song to change an artist's life is already here for them. It already exists in the quantum field. It's already here. Like, it's already written. Like, doesn't that just blow your mind? Like, it's here already. You just need to tap into it. Here's another example that might make this click even more. Edison, in creating the light bulb, like, the idea of a light bulb already existed. It's always existed. Long before Edison, it's always existed. That idea has always existed there. Edison was just the one who was personally aligned with it. He was the person to pull that idea into reality because his desires and his focuses aligned with it, and he was able to tap into it. So just like that song, the song idea exists in the quantum. The idea of the light bulb has always existed in the quantum. That thing, that idea, that desire you have that will change your life, it always exists in the quantum. You just have to align with it. And that's what I really think could be kind of explained better. Because like when you look at it that way, like there's no doubt that of course it all makes sense. It all makes sense. Like, it's so simple. It's already here. But of course you're wondering, okay, that all sounds super easy. So how do I actually align with the quantum field? How do we actually, we just desire, like, how do we actually do this? And that, my friend, is a practice. And I have good news for you about this because it's something you can get better at. But I'll start with this. How do we align ourselves in that quantum field to bring our solutions and our desires into the physical? The way you do this is relaxing into a positive state. relaxing into it with ease, letting it come when you align. And so let's go back to the example of writing a song, right? When you write a song, I've written a lot of songs as a songwriter, producer myself, it has to flow. As soon as you try and force it, like it just has to come out of you. You just have to be in flow state and let it flow. Like you're chilling and you're writing and ideas are coming to you and it's just coming. As soon as you try to force writing the song, maybe this has happened to you if you've written a blog post or written a book or anything creative ever. As soon as you try to force it, it struggles to be written. It struggles to come out. You can let things flow much easier when you just relax into a positive state. Here's the other key though. When I say relaxing into a positive state, you need to clear out negativity. This is the number one blockage between you and your desires in the quantum, is negative limiting beliefs and especially past trauma. That will create a blockage like nothing else. And that will hold you back from everything that exists for you that you can tap into unlimitedly. And so clearing out this negativity and settling into this positive frame, it's a constant practice. But again, the good news is it's something you can get better at. So just like when you practice guitar, at first you're kind of fumbling all over the place, trying to play the notes. You're playing is sloppy when you start playing guitar. It's sloppy. But the more you practice, the more you remind yourself of the technique, the more you remind yourself of the way you need to play, your playing gets cleaner. The chords ring out clearer when you play them. You hit more harmonious notes when you're improvising, and you hit less notes of dissonance because you practice. And so when you can clean up your sloppy thinking, your sloppy guitar playing, when you clean up your sloppy thinking, you're tapped right into the direct line of manifesting. Of manifesting what you desire in the quantum into the physical. Like, isn't it so freeing to know that, like, hey, this is something you can get better at. You can clear out that direct line. And so you see people that are just in the flow and everything's working out and all these things are coming to them. It's because they're tapped into that. They're always focused on the desire, not the problem. And you ever been around someone that is so positive? Like, literally think of this. You ever been around someone that's so positive and maybe they're just radiating positivity and a like, yes, we can attitude. And it's like, yes. And their business is doing well and they have a network and you're around this energy and you just say, oh my gosh, like, I want to feel that way too. I want to be around them. I just want to be around this type of energy. You notice how that person being in that positive state just pulled you in, just like that. You wanted to be in that state. Maybe you've been that person before and you've been radiating positivity and you've been making connections and everyone all of a sudden wants to know you, wants to work with you. Do you see how just being in that state attracts everyone just as a byproduct and attracts opportunities and ways to pull the quantum into your physical reality? Like this is how it all works. This is how this all works. This is what kind of the videos don't explain in like simple terms. You see, everything you see in front of you was pulled from the quantum. Everything. This desk, right? This microphone, this camera. It was an idea first. Just like that light bulb. It wasn't created out of nothing. It was always here. The creators of all these tools got in alignment with their desire for it to manifest it physically, and the universe conspired to bring it into existence. The tools were here, the materials were here, the idea was here. Everything around you was an idea. And when you align with the positive desire, when you align with the solution, it can exist now for you, right now. And so I'll leave you with this, friend. You are such a powerful creator. Look around you. Everything's created. This is the same power that's within you. What one person can do, another can do. You can align. And so now the question is, what will you create? You need to get very clear on what it is you desire. Get very clear, not muddy, confused, half desires. Very clear. Clear out the negative limiting beliefs. Clear out the past trauma. Relax into that positive state in alignment with the frequency of what you desire and watch what happens. Paulo Coelho said in The Alchemist, this is one of my favorite books. I read it as a teenager. And he said, when you truly want something, the whole universe conspires in helping you achieve this. I want to remind you, like, you have the same access to the quantum field as anyone who has achieved greatness. And remember what Paulo Coelho said. He said, when you truly want something, the whole universe conspires to help you. When you truly want something, not when you truly point out all the problems in your life, the whole universe will help you clear them out. Like, no, when you truly want something, align with the desire. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe, because my quantum desire, check this out. I'm going to flip this on you right now. My quantum desire, friend, is to bring this channel to life so I can deliver more of these messages to you. And so if I can ask that of you right now, to click that like button and hit subscribe, when you do those things, you're proving right now to yourself in front of your own eyes that this stuff actually works. So that's my kind of experiment here for the end of the video. Friend, I'm so grateful for you checking this video out. I'm really, really excited that you're here near the early days of this channel. And I'm going to see you in the next one. Now go create.